Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you for joining the broadcast. This is Monica Guy with Remax Real Estate Associates in Houston, Texas. For those of you that don't know who I am a real estate agent in Houston, Texas, and I am a third generation real estate investor. So I make these videos to try and help people. And, I always share my information if you want to reach out to me after the broadcast. But basically, I am trying to get as much information out there as possible to help people. So thank you for joining the broadcast. And if you don't mind, I may mention how to reach out to me from time to time in my broadcast. So thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your being here. So hi Drew, thank you for joining. So today's topic is, am I starting over, or I'm starting over? So as you know, yesterday I touched on a topic, and yes, it is Red Friday. So yes, I am wearing my Red Friday. So the good part about being in real estate and working with veterans is that I can wear red on Fridays. As you know, my daughter is in the Marine Corps, and so I am representing. So anyway, back to the topic, right? So I'm starting over. So yesterday I touched on passive income, and I am sharing with you today 3 ways that passive income eases the burden of starting over. So I do have some people that have had to start over, and I wanted to touch on that with you here today because it happens. Whether we like it or not, it happens. There are no guarantees in life. And I mentioned this to you yesterday, is that I just don't want you all to end up broke because you thought that your spouse was going to be there to take care of you. So if you know someone who is currently going through that, you know they need to make sure that the bills are paid. If you currently have someone that's taking care of you, and by that what I mean is that they're going to work every day and they are making sure that the bills are paid for. They are making sure, hi Rachel, thank you for joining. They are making sure that the kids are taken care of. They might even be giving you a lifestyle where you get to stay home with the kids. But God forbid that that person is taken from you today or tomorrow. The real question is, can they live that same lifestyle without you? So, and I mentioned this yesterday, that statistically speaking, women actually live longer than men. And I mentioned it yesterday that my stepdad died when he was 38 years too young. 38 years is very young. So, and my mom is still alive. So you have to look at the bigger picture. This isn't about a life insurance policy. This is your life insurance takes care of a funeral. If you have a really good life insurance policy, they will take care of you a little bit beyond that, maybe a year or two beyond that. But if you're going to be outliving this person for the next 20 years, and yeah, I'm talking about my mom here, she outlived, 20, 30, years worth of time, that life insurance policy is not going to take care of you for that length of time. And so you have to have something in place that is going to make that process of starting over easier for you. So that's why I'm making these videos. If you know someone who is going through this, or if you know someone who is having to start over, then please, please, please share this broadcast, because this broadcast is for them. If you don't need this message, then please share it. That's all I ask of you, is just to share my video. If you are going through this, or if you are interested in more information about generating passive income or creating your passive income plan, then that is what I'm here for you. My name is Monica Guy, and you can go to bit.ly/I'm your guy, Monica Guy. I'm a realtor, and I can help you come up with a plan to generate passive income. If not, then this may end up being you one day. Because like I said, you're not guaranteed that that person is going to be here forever. So that was number one. Number two is, if you have passive income, you do not need to worry about credit scores. So we have a lot of people, like I said yesterday, you are the only one that plays an active role in your retirement. So if you co-signed for an ex and ruined your credit, what happens if whoever you're with now ends up being taken from you, and now you've got to try and buy a house, or now you've got to try and buy a car, and credit is a big issue. So starting that process over, um, you know sometimes, and then look at this, sometimes in a divorce, the spouse can get the property, or sometimes it's sold and the proceeds are split between the two of you. So if your credit is ruined, how are you going to get a new place? So you've got to think farther ahead than just one day I want to have a house. You have to think long term, and I am here to help you with that long term strategy. So if you didn't get the house and you don't have the credit to buy another one, so you're going to have work history, because if you had that spouse that was allowing you that lifestyle where you could be at home with the kids, you don't have the work history now to have the income to allow you to buy another home, or you may not have the income to help you. So hi, thank you for watching me. So I just wanted to mention that to you, is that this is important. You have got to think bigger than this, and you have got to start creating a source of income for you to be able to have that same lifestyle that you had while you were either together or while that person was still in your life. So passive income is still income. Hi Kelly, thank you for watching. Passive income is still income. So if you have passive income coming in, and let's say that person is taking out of your life today, you may not have, you may have been a stay-at-home mom. Well, you still have income now that you can show if you need to buy another property. Thank you, Kelly. And like I said, if you don't mind, please share the broadcast, because this is bigger than just buying that one house. This is for people that are either divorced, or they may have lost a spouse, or haven't even thought about that happening to them. So if you don't mind, please share the broadcast, because this is real talk here, and not everybody talks about this, but I'm trying to keep it real for everybody. So number 3, the next thing that I'm going to talk about, and a lot of people, when we are as realtors, we mention to you that a car depreciates in value and a house appreciates in value. And so a lot of people will be focused on buying a fancy car, and they will be focused on buying a nice purse or nice shoes. But what I am telling you, and I hope that you all hear me now, and like I said, I feel like Horton hears a who sometimes, because I feel like I'm yelling it and some people are just not hearing it. And that's why I'm going to continue to make these broadcasts. I may continue this subject for the rest of the month. But the last thing is that if you need more money, and I'm going to repeat this so that those of you that are just now joining me, if you need more money, you can sell. Nobody talks about this. Having passive income is priceless. If you need more money, you can sell. And that's the one thing about real estate, is that nobody really mentions, okay? If you pay for a property, if you own that property, the amount that you've paid for that property, it almost never goes back to the price that you paid for it. So a lot of people are putting money in stocks and bonds, and they're like, oh, well, you want to buy low and sell high, right? Well, you want to people get into Bitcoin, or people buy Tesla stock, or there's people that buy into Apple stock, and you know what I'm talking about, because a lot of us are putting our money into our stocks. Hi, Heather. Thank you for joining. So you put a lot of money into those stocks because you want to buy low. So whenever the market has shifted, you go in and you're hoping that you can cash out later, right? Well, I can tell you there's a lot of people in 2008 that were not able to cash out. So I want to mention this to you. I have met people, and these are real people. Actually, one of them was a neighbor of mine that actually lives in Oak Forest, and I'm talking about Oak Forest in Houston. She bought her house for $17,000. I'm going to repeat that. She bought her house for $17,000. Now you tell me, you know me, even after Harvey hit, and we had a lot of houses in Oak Forest that did flood, even after Harvey hit, none of those houses sold for $17,000. So even if the house had flooded and these people had decided that they do not want that property anymore, they still would have sold it for more than $17,000. So that's what I am telling you, is that if you have passive income, if you know somebody, and I'm telling you, because like I said, nobody does this. Nobody does this. We are just taught that you buy that one home. We have our kids, and I think that we are doing a disservice to our children and to our grandchildren. We are teaching them that you buy one home. You grow up, you have a family, and this is the house that you're supposed to live in. And some people live in that house for 5 years, maybe 10 years. But we are not taught passive income, and we are not teaching our children generational wealth. So I am telling you, and like I said, I'm going to say this as loud and clear as possible. And if, like I said, if you please haven't shared the broadcast, please share the broadcast, because this is not me just talking to you one-on-one. You may know somebody who has either been divorced, you may know somebody that has lost a spouse, and if they haven't, it's going to happen. So if you could please spread the message. And if you are interested in more information about how to generate passive income, then please reach out to me. You can go to bit.ly/I'm your guy. And if you could please type that in so that people can have that available, so that I don't have to continue saying it. That's the reason why I ask you to type it, is so that I don't have to continue saying it. So if someone could please type in bit.ly/I'm your guy. And that will, I can help you with coming up with a plan to generate passive income. So those were my 3 points, and I am just going to summarize, or just in closing, is what I'm telling you is that I don't want you putting all of your eggs in one basket. You may have money invested in stocks. And like I said earlier, what happens if the market is down when you are ready to cash out? What are you going to do? And we have had several people in the Houston area that have had situations like that. It was called a recession. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's called a recession. So even if you have a down market in real estate, it doesn't affect you if you have an income producing property. You are not affected. You know why? Because it's bringing you money in every single month. So even if you have lost your job during a recession, you still have money coming in to help you pay the bills. So I keep saying this, and I tell you, if you're ready to retire, and that's usually in another 10 to 15 years from now, and you want to sell the property will have appreciated in value. So it doesn't depreciate, it appreciates. So you will be able to sell higher than your original purchase price. And that's exactly what you do when you're in the stock market. So I'm not telling you not to invest in the stock market. I'm just saying, if you don't know what you're doing, maybe you shouldn't be in there. So, or maybe you should have an expert helping you in that field. I'm talking about passive income. I'm your expert in this field, in your real estate field. So anyway, like I said yesterday, there's an old saying that I learned from a man from India. And he said that you want to keep those close to you that speak the bitter truth. And I am trying to keep it as real as possible to you. I even have people that have lost their spouses that were deployed. So, hey, it is what it is. It happens. And I hope that you are finding this valuable. Please, please, please reach out to me if you want information. My name is Monica Guy. I am a realtor at RE/MAX Real Estate Associates, and you can reach out to me at bit.ly/I'm your guy. And I will be talking to you later on today about my gratitude. I have one more thing that I'm going to share my gratitude with, but that will probably be this afternoon, and I will tweet it out when I will be going live. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you give me a thumbs up. Hopefully if you're watching the replay, you give me a thumbs up and share, and I will be back later on today. Bye, y'all.